Okay, good morning. Today we are going to learn about the chapter probability, chapter 12 in your textbook. And we are going to learn different concepts, but the main concepts that we are going to learn in this chapter are complementary events, trials, experimental and theoretical outcomes. So when I go to the exercise, I'll explain what is it. Let us understand what is the meaning of the word probability. Probability means chance. What does it mean? Chance. Chance of something happening. We've often heard words like likely, unlikely, certain, impossible. It's quite likely that I would come to your party on Sunday, or it's certain that I'm going to come to your party, or sorry, it's impossible that I'm going to come to your party because I'm going to, say, Shirdi. Understand that probability can have values from 0 to 1. The smallest value being 0, which means impossible. For example, it is impossible that tomorrow will be a Sunday or sun would rise from the west. And it's a sure shot event. It is certain. It means the probability is 1. Okay, the probability is 1. That tomorrow we have school. Tomorrow is a weekday and it's a school. So yes, it's a sure shot event. Or sun rises from the east. So probability can have any value between 0 to 1. So if the value is close to 0, we say it is unlikely. If it is, say, the middle value, that is half or 0.5, we say equally likely or fair chance or equally likely. 0 is impossible, this is unlikely, this is fair, and this is likely and quite likely. 1 is a sure shot event which is certain. Okay, now let me clear the drawings. Now, how do you denote probability? How do you denote it? We denote it by writing a big P and brackets. See, for example, what is the probability of having a 3? And you say P of 3. You name the brackets as of. Okay. Now, I'll tell you about the mutually exclusive and experimental data as and when we solve the exercise. But for now, you need to remember this much. Let's do this getting started. So there are these 10 cards that you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Let me share the screen again. So there are these 10 cards that you have. Now the question says, pick up a card and tell what is the probability that it has number 8 on it. So can you see the cards? How many number 8s are there on the card? How many number 8s are there on the card? Only 1. So before we solve this, let us understand, or please note down the formula of probability. P of any event means favorable outcomes upon total outcomes. Now let's get back to the question. It says number 8 on it. How many number 8s are there? Only 1. And what are the total number of cards? 10. So you say favorable outcomes upon total number of outcomes. It is 1 upon 10, which is 0.1. Now, what is the probability that card has multiple of 5 on it? Multiple of 5 is, from these numbers, it's 5 and 10. So I can say how many numbers? 2. 2 divided by 10, which is 1 upon 5 or 0.2. Always reduce it to the simplest value. Now, the next question says, can you think of two numbers or two questions which will have 5 by 10 or 1 by 2 as the answer? Yes. There are two questions that can be formed. Probability of having an odd number or even number. Do you follow me? How many odd numbers are there in this? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 5. So it's 5 by 10, which is 1 by 2. Same way, how many even numbers are there? Let us count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So again 10 numbers. So it's 5 by 10, which is 1 by 2. So this way you can form many questions. Now let us quickly look at the example. Yeah. Before we look at the example, let us learn what are complementary events. Now, complementary events, what is complement? It's a pair. You have learned complementary angles in grade 5. It's a pair. So what does it say? I told you probability can have a maximum value 1. So if I say probability of raining is say 1 by 7, what is the probability of not raining? It has to be 1 minus 1 by 7. Why? Because the total of all probabilities related to an event can be 1 only. So if the probability of any event happening is P, not happening will be, you have to subtract from 1 because 1 is the total value. Now let us quickly look at the examples. It says probability of a student choosing a cat, owning a cat is 6 by 10. So what is the probability of not owning a cat? It is 1 minus 6 by 10, which is, you cross multiply 10 minus 6 upon 10, which is 4 upon 10, which is 0. Same way, if a student owns a pair of trousers is 0.3, not owning will be 1 minus 0.3, which is 0.7. Now, we'll look at the second example. So was it easy? It's quite easy. Now see here, children. They are saying that a student brings packed lunch. The probability is 55%. What is the probability of the student not bringing packed lunch? Now, in the above example, we had numbers. We didn't have percentage. Now, whenever you have percentage, there are two ways to do it. If you're given a percentage and you have to answer in percentage, you simply subtract from 100 because the total percent can be 100, not more than that. So you say 100 minus 55, which is 45%. But if you have to find it in numbers, you do 45 divided by 100. Whenever percentage is given, we divide by 100. So it's 0.45. So if you have to answer in percentage, it is 45 percentage. But if you have to answer in numbers, it's 0.45. I hope now I made it easy for you. Now, let's look at this question. So it says an apartment has a green door and a red door. So this is my red door, this is my green door. They are saying that the probability of having a red door is 3/7. Which means, as per our knowledge, not having red door will be what? 1 minus 3/7. But when I say not having red door, it also means having a green door because there are just two doors, either red or green. So not having a red door means a green door. So when you have two options, not having one will be having the other. It means having the other. So not having red door means 1 minus 3/7, which is 7 minus 3 upon 7, which is 4/7, which is the probability of having a green door. So this was the introduction and examples. Follow my next video for exercise 1. And if you like what I've taught you, subscribe the channel and like the video. I'll be posting exercise 1 very soon. Wish you happy learning, children. See you.